Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode on Coldborough Park Farm. So we've got a pretty full yard now. I think every shed is full with some machinery. Very dirty machinery which does need to be washed really. Got JCB tucked around there. But we're going to add to our fleet today. We're going to buy the New Holland T4 tractor, which I did have on version 1 of this map, but I never actually bought it for this version. So I want to do that now, and the reason why I want to buy it is because it's a good little tractor for doing our fruit with, which is now ready. I've just been to check on it and it's all showing 100%. So we're going to buy the T475 Power Star. I also need to buy the compatible trailer with this, which is the Krone Emsland. There are 3 different types here in the pack. I'm assuming that any 3 of them will work. Yep, they've got the same fruit types. Obviously the price is the only difference between them and the size. But for what I need, the cheapest one here is good enough. So we'll head over to the store and go and pick these up. Okay, so yes, it's a nice trailer. It's got the weathering effects. And you can, well, according to this hitch, it looks like you can have another trailer on the back of there. So you could do massive loads. But we'll get this thing started up. It's been a while since I used it. Now I've also been playing with the volume controls. In yesterday's video, at the end of the video I realised that it was really quiet, and I've now increased the volume for this episode to 30% from 10%, so hopefully it makes a big difference. If it's too loud then I'll have to drop it again, but fingers crossed it is a good volume. Of course I won't know until I finish recording this video. But as far as I'm aware, with this mod, the fruit mod, all you have to do is drive underneath the tree and it will harvest the fruit. Wow, this track is really bumpy. I'll take it really steady. It will harvest the fruit and you can take it over to the stall or kiosk as they call it to go and sell it. So that's what I'm going to hopefully do if this all goes to plan. Now I'll come out of cab because if it does what it says, it should just appear in the trailer. Ah yes, they do. And you can actually see in the controls section at the top left hand corner, you can see the percentage going down for that tree. So I think I'm just going to keep driving down the tree lines and harvest each tree. So that's that one done. Next one. And we'll just keep going until the trailer's full. 10% so far. If I can do 2 trees at a time, that'd be good. No, you can't. Right, that's second tree done. And more crates keep appearing. Okay, so that is those apples done. Now let's go back up this side. If you remember from when I planted these, it was like a square of apple trees and then a square of pear trees. So I can't just keep going all the way down to the bottom, I've just remembered. Got to do section by section. But it looks like I'm going to be able to harvest all the apples in one trailer load, and then all the pear trees in one trailer load. It's a bit of a slow process, but it's still nice and different to what I normally do. And if you look at the grass which we cut, this is the effect that I wanted to get. You can still see the cut grass there, and then the grass is regrowing through it. I think that looks the best for like an orchardy look. And I I think there are 3 or 2 trees left of apples, so it's not even going to fill the trailer. Because the final row is just like normal trees which are growing here, little saplings. If we can get it 75%, then that would be good. Final tree, then we'll come back and do the pears. Brilliant! Exactly 75%. So, oh hang on. I might have missed a tree. Has that one been done? No, it hasn't. Looks like the crops actually leave the trees, which means they actually do have growth. You can actually see the growth, which is very realistic. So you can see which ones you've missed. I think I've done them all now. Except for possibly, yeah, that one there. I don't know how I missed it, but I have. This is why I wanted the smaller tractor though, to be able to fit in between the trees. Yeah, I don't think I'm close enough, that's what the problem is. Yeah, almost there. Good, right, so that is all the apples done. And in the end, it's a fairly full trailer load. So we're going to take this to the kiosk, and we should be able to generate some money from this. I'm not expecting a fortune, but we do now need to get some money back after buying this tractor. If you want to download this trailer, and the Apple mod itself actually, the download link is below. Tomorrow I'm going to be doing the silage bales. I want to get quite a lot of those done. That means doing some wrapping as well, which will probably take it over into next week's episodes. Today I really want to focus on the fruit. There's also a bit of pressure washing which I think needs to be done, because some of those machines in the yard are really dirty. So if we could make them look a bit more presentable, then that'll look a lot better. The only thing I don't like about the T4 is the slower gearbox. I think it's a 40k gearbox, so not that nippy. But it's not a very big tractor, so you wouldn't really need it to go that fast. It's just like a run around, yard shunter kind of thing. As someone did suggest it, it's brilliant and perfect for this kind of thing. Just pulling this small trailer, doing the fruit, going in between the tight places in the trees. Kiosk I put over at the farmhouse. I'm hoping I'll be able to turn around in there. We should be able to unload it now. Oh, look at that, it's filling up. Oh, it's full. I need another kiosk. In fact, that means we're probably going to need quite a lot of kiosks for the pears as well. I was expecting it to all go in one. Clearly our harvest has been too good and it has filled our kiosk. Ooh. Right, I'll buy some more then, if I can afford it, hopefully. It's going to be a placeable. Kiosk for apples. Yeah, it does. It only says kiosk for apples. Don't know if I've got one for pears. No, I can't really see. Unfortunately. Yep, want it about there. Can't really see behind there, unfortunately, so that makes it quite difficult. Pears, though, yeah, I haven't got one for pears, which makes it quite difficult to do the pears. I'll have to look into that in a second. Let's just get these other apples unloaded. If they all fit. They probably don't, actually. No, we need another one. Right, we're going to have to find some space. It would be good if I could actually see where I'm putting it. That's better, but still, it doesn't let me place it there. So we may well have to find somewhere else to put it. That was a good place. If I could just fill it in there, then that would have been nice. But unfortunately, we're not going to be able to. So, yes, I need to find somewhere else to put them. I guess we could do it over here. We could sell them in the little lay-by at the side of the road. If we can actually put them in there, I'm not sure. Kind of. Yeah, we can. Right at the edge. I will put 2 there if it allows me to. Oh no, we can't afford it. Great. Okay. Okay, so we now have nearly no money left to do anything else with. So we're going to have to try and get some money if you have to buy another kiosk for the pears. Now the tricky bit of reversing this dolly trailer. I'm starting to get the hang of it. Although I am still driving through a hedge. And I've now hit a tree. Oh, almost. Providing we can get out. That wasn't too bad. So I've gone and dropped the final ones off at that kiosk. Not the place I wanted them to be, but that is where they've ended up. The pears, though, I think what I'll do in a second is just go and research that, because we've been given a kiosk for the apples, but not for the pears. So there may be somewhere else to put them. I don't know. Just up here. I could have put it there, I suppose, next to the telephone box and post box. People could buy an apple when they post a letter. We need the unload. Very sensitive. There we go. So that is all of our apples done. I'll be back in a second when I've done a bit of research. Well, I'm back, and it doesn't really tell you too much in detail, but from what I gather is you take it to the same place. So I'm going to put them in the trailer, and I'm going to try and fill that kiosk. I don't know if it'll allow me to mix them, pears and apples, but I'll give it a go. If it doesn't accept it, then I really don't know what you do, but it's worth, you know, trying it out and seeing what happens. I believe you harvest the pears in exactly the same way, so we're going to do that. There's just as many pear trees as there are apple trees, so it's going to mean we need more kiosks, which also means I'm going to have to go and get a loan just to buy a little hut made of wood. But if it means making more money in the long run, it's worth it. Right, so the pears are very similar, obviously just the colour that's different. We should get pretty much the same amount from the pears that we did from the apples. Different crates, of course. But we'll work our way through them all. I don't know how many trees there are. 4, 8, 12 by the look of it. Can't say for sure. I have to count them as I go along. Now we're being paid by the hour for the greenhouses, the fruit, and possibly something else, can't remember exactly. So I can avoid having to take a loan out if we just hold on until 7 PM, because we should have the money by then. Obviously within the hour our money is dropping due to maintenance fees, but it should be back up again to a reasonable amount, well enough to buy a kiosk at least, by 7 o'clock. But that will only be enough for one kiosk, so I don't know, I might have to take a bit of money out as well. Anyway, that is 4 trees. Also starting to lose the light a bit. Onto the final row. It is 12 trees in total, which means about 24 that we will have harvested today. This trailer's turned out to be perfect though, just the right size. It would have been annoying if we had to do 2 loads for each fruit type, because we've only had about 10% or something in the final load. Right. Final tree. And they're going to have to take a loan out, it turns out. So, I'll head over there now. Go and use some money, and then we'll be back to go and unload these. So that's 10,000 or so that I've added just then. Not that I wanted to, it's just going to have to. But we should get all of this money back through selling our fruit. So off to the kiosk and unload these pears. I'm going to have to put the other kiosk right next to this one, or as close as it'll let me. I will just try and put them in here, but I don't think you can mix them. Oh, it's actually sold already. We've sold everything that was in there. Which may mean that we can actually take the rest of this to the other ones, if they've sold everything as well. If not, we'll come back here and buy some more kiosks. Right, has it all sold? No. Okay, well, in that case, they're not too far off actually. In that case, I'll just have to put some more kiosks in, and we'll head back to the lay-by. Okay, so I'll pull off. Don't want to go too close to the edge though, because otherwise it won't let me place the new kiosks. It's quite tricky to actually be allowed to place these things. I'm not sure if we'll get it into another one. We may need to buy another one. Yep, so one more then, and then we are finished. Nope, we don't want to be in the field. Let's head down here. This is really hard to get it to place. I managed to squeeze it just in at the end. That's the only place it let me. And there we go. Everything sold. And we are done for the fruit. I think that is enough for one day. Thanks for watching everyone. Hopefully you've enjoyed the video. If you have, you can join me again tomorrow for more on Coldborough Park Farm. Thanks for watching, and bye for now.